It's the boys on the hill. 5,000
Yay.
watts. Thomas Black.
Hey,
Slim absent in his Slim Marshall in his absence. I was talking about Slim absent in the Marshall. And of course, Ralph Jeezy, baby.
He
What it
started
do,
off
fellas?
early. You gotta practice, baby.
Hey man. I was doing too much.
Me and
I was
Watts need to switch names. He black this time.
yeah, I'm in the dark.
Nah, he on the road. That's dedication right there, baby.
Yeah,
I was
bro.
born
I
in the
gotta make it
dark.
work.
Fellas.
Apologize. I'd like to, apologize for my absence. I've been running through life, so when in life things happen. So, and I'm back today.
Yeah, that's what it do, man.
Working day and night. Working day and
Oh,
night.
by the way, daughter today made the soccer team for Whitthorne Middle School. Yes.
Congratulations.
Oh man.
I don't know
Congratulations,
much about soccer. What position you play?
She is a defender, dog, and cold with it.
Yeah, bro. That's what it is,
Okay.
man. You might want to say she's strong safety, bro. That's what mine is, man.
Gotcha.
Got that record, man.
Yeah. Hey, one step closer to being great, dog. That's what I say.
Yep. That's what it's about, man.
So
I
it's been a
just love
great day.
diversity in the sport now.
Hey man, let me tell you, the concession stand selling tacos out of it, dog. I was like, got to give me some. It's Saturday morning, I get to get me some steak tacos with the cilantro and the onion.
Oh,
Can't beat
that cilantro is what kick it, bro. That cilantro is what kick it, man.
So
Yeah,
let's
man,
just say, hey man, I didn't know. Yeah, soccer is righteous, dog. It's righteous.
Yeah, it is. It is, man.
Her birthday
Man,
is Wednesday. Her birthday is Wednesday, so I'm glad she made the team because I know it made her birthday better.
That's even dope.
Yeah.
Fellas, we got a lot to cover. We've been gone for 2 weeks. And a lot has happened. A lot has happened in the SWAC.
Man.
A lot has happened in the SWAC since we've been gone. We had 2 teams in first place. Not one, but 2. The East and West League leaders at this 2 weeks ago were Prairie View and FAMU.
Man.
FAMU gets swept by Jackson State.
Which is good, by the way.
On front door.
And it wasn't just like no small sweep. You know what I mean?
Nah.
That was huge.
Right. We
dominated.
It was
Yeah.
dominant. Then Prairie View comes and gets swept. So we moved to this weekend. Fellas. And guess what happens to old Prairie View and Fam again? They don't get swept, but they lose another series. To finish the year, both 1-5.
That's not what's hot, man.
That's a drought.
Man. So these last 2 weekends have shaken up the seeding in the tournament going into Wednesday. It has shaken it up a lot.
Man, I don't even think Southern has touched number 1 all season. Not one time.
Southern got in the first place last week. As a matter of fact, let's bring it up and see what the results were last week. So Alabama State, in their series with Alabama A&M, Jackson State and Valley, Bethune and FAMU, Grambling played Arkansas Pine Bluff this weekend. Southern played Alcorn and Texas Southern and Prairie View. So those were the results. Now the crazy part of it too, fellas, Going into the weekend, the first and second place was 18-10 in the West, and 3 and 4 was 17-10. That's how close the West was going into this weekend. And Southern and Grambling swept. Texas Southern beats Prairie View. So Southern is your 1 seed, Grambling is your 2, Texas Southern 3, and Prairie View drops from 1 to 4.
That's crazy.
What's your thoughts, fellas?
Man,
So
you got to play it out the whole way. You got to, man. This man.
That
Each
last
week has
leg
been
is
tight.
tough. Yep.
now in the East, FAM had a decent lead 2 weeks ago over Alabama State. They get swept and they make it a little closer. Alabama State handles their business this weekend, and Alabama State ends up winning the East with Bethune. Bethune, if they would have won, swept the series, they would have been in second, but they didn't. So they ended up being third behind FAM and Jackson State after their sweep of Valley was in fourth. The seeding was set last week already. Fellas, I'm interested to see the matchups.
Yeah, I am too.
And we'll get to that. But what are your thoughts on just how the regular season ended?
You got to finish that last leg, man. You got to finish the last leg. You got to run that hard. You got to run that tough. I mean, the last 2 weeks of the season, especially when the last 2 series count. We've been covering this all season, man. We done seen how tight everything is. You know, everybody's starting the teams that were down, especially on the east side. You know, they started clicking, and by this time, you know, it's just strange. It's strange that some teams that were at the top start slipping. They like, I'm tired, boss. Now you can't get tired. It's sweat tea time. You got to turn it up now.
Right.
With me, I think it was unfamiliar people in unfamiliar spots. It seemed like what it was to me. You know, you got, in the first of the season, everybody was talking about. Well, everybody wasn't talking about. We was talking about Jackson State and how they came out the gate. Like we didn't even want to discuss their playing in the beginning of the season. I think we went like 3 weeks straight without even saying a word. We were just hoping that everything turned around. Which, like I said, people who've been in familiar spots, like at some point, they did turn it on to at least. They said number 2 seed, right?
Who?
Jackson State.
They the 4 seed. 4 seed.
They're the 4 seed.
Yeah.
But they got some mojo going right now, boy.
Right. So the way they playing right now is really good. And no matter what time of the year, everybody's so evenly matched. A team like that could run the table. But on the other side, let's take the West. Like I said, Southern haven't been at the top at all season, but somehow figured out a way to be on top at the end. It's been an amazing season. Like, from week 1, every week has been interesting, and we have counted down every single week. And we still, no matter how much we picked, we still didn't know who was the dominant team out the SWAC. Everybody has been beaten by everybody.
Yep.
Like you said, I want to see the matchups, and like you say, it's just who's gonna make the first move, who's not gonna come through the first time. It's gonna come down to those things, especially now.
Right. And I'm gonna piggyback off you, Thomas. I think some teams out of the gate jailed earlier, probably because they had some guys back from last year that had some familiarity, and like you said, guys that were in familiar positions, and other teams it took them a while to gel, or maybe to even buy into a coaching philosophy or whatever the situation may have been. Because hey, you're dealing with youngsters, so there's a lot going on.
Right.
It's good to see that every team at some point out of the teams that are making it into the tournament on each side has had a stretch where they've played dominant baseball. So going into the tournament, I think all 8 teams going into this has a legitimate chance. And I think that's what you want from a competitive nature in your tournament, where especially in your conference, to where it's not just one team winning it all the time, to where it's spread out.
And that's what I want. Like I like to see different people in different spots and see how it goes down. Like I said, I've been watching Alabama State all year. Can they put it together in this kind of magnitude of a tournament and how everything is panning out? Can they pitchers hold up? But then at the other hand, you got Grambling. Grambling, is they still gonna come through and pitch as good as he been pitching all year?
Yeah.
All right. So before we get to all of that, let's look at our team and individual statistical champions in the SWAC.
All right. You.
I bought Shamar Page, man.
So Shamar Page almost had he almost had a triple crown. Well, he almost had a triple crown. He didn't get it with the wins. Breon Pooler got it with the wins. But guys, we had Nolan Santos with 107 RBI. I'm gonna say strikeouts behind Page. Maldonado from Prairie View had 97. And if you look, it's some pretty familiar names for ERA, strikeout, wins, and batting average. And of course, in the saves, we have Benjamin Crisley. So a 2.56 ERA in college baseball. Anything under 3 in college baseball is impressive. And you have Hunter Vetts from who's FAMU #1. Most of these guys is up here for the ERA, strikeouts, wins, and the average. That Santos could easily be a #1, but he's the Saturday guy for Bethune. But the rest of these guys up here, they're Friday night starters for their team.
I didn't think I see that from Page this year. I thought Pooler was gonna be the dude.
Well, when Page jumped out the gate with the 11 strikeout against Jackson State, I knew there was something to watch out for.
Yeah,
I'm gonna just be honest with you. I ain't gonna lie to you. All right. On the hidden side, we have Mr. Braden Johnson of Prairie View, who led the SWAC in batting average with 418. Mr. Garcia from Grambling followed him up, and Jeremy Gaines. I want to say he's from Texas Southern. He hit 402. And Mr. Stash, Gabe Vasquez from Texas Southern, had 67 RBIs. Mr. Garcia from Grambling, 63. Mr. King from Alabama State.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, that boy King went hard this year, didn't
he? Yeah, Corey King, yes.
Yeah.
Man, yeah. He was. He came in tough, man.
Now, don't get me wrong. It's a lot of guys that had some great years in the SWAC. Some guys put up some numbers. It was impressive. Jonathan Thomas had 62 stolen bases this year. That all top 3 guys in the league, and Justin Cooper had 32 or 34. So all 3 top guys in this league this year from Texas Southern. And Texas Southern also has a chance as a team to finish in the top 10 in stolen bases in history this season.
Mm-hmm.
And from the team pitching, Bethune as a staff led the SWAC and team ERA, followed by Alabama State and FAMU. FAMU led in shutouts, followed by Texas Southern and Arkansas Pine Bluff. I'm surprised to see that Arkansas Pine Bluff there, but that goes to show you, even they had some moments where they were dominant.
Yeah.
You know, they had their struggles in conference this year, but they still had 3 shutout wins. That's impressive. Runs allowed. Alabama State on the season allowed 305 runs, Bethune 330, and FAMU 334. And the opposing batting averages, Jackson State 260. Teams hit against them, Alabama State 264 and Bethune, and saves with Fam, Bethune, Prairie View. So, fellas, now this may be a little surprising.
Really?
Texas Southern as a team hit 320, Grambling 314, Prairie View 303.
Grambling been
RBIs.
smashing all year though.
Yeah.
Grambling had 439 RBIs. Texas Southern followed behind them. Alabama State. Grambling paced the conference with 55 home runs as a team. Alabama State 48, Texas Southern 45. Hits, Grambling, Prairie View, and Texas Southern were the top 3 teams. Grambling, Texas Southern, and Jackson State were the top teams with runs scored. Fellas, from the team standpoint, what did y'all see? I saw something there once I started looking at this. Now, as I was typing this, I didn't pick up on it. But as I was going over here with y'all, I noticed something between the pitching leaders and the hitting leaders.
Same team.
Yep. Same thing.
Let's go back to it. The Eastern teams led in pitching. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The Western teams were the more offensive.
Yep. Yeah,
So-
bro, that's interesting though, man. That lets you know that
We
The
got
East,
it right. We got it right here.
yeah, we got it.
But once again, though, that goes back. You can see the ERAs, you can see the batting averages. So is it good pitching or is it good hitting?
I
I
think
mean,
it's
is it bad, you know,
let me take this from up here. So we get our faces, so they can see our faces. I think it's the way teams are built.
Yep.
okay.
I think it's the way that teams are structured. That's all I can see. The way they built the teams, and that just happened to be how it played out this year. That's
So
all I can say.
You think it's based off coaching style?
Possibly.
Because, you know,
Possibly,
like I said,
yeah.
Jack State still bases, you know, get on, move man over, stuff like that.
Yep.
Is Grambling more free swinging, more strikeouts, gorilla ball?
Yeah, it's possible.
I did see it was a kid this year in the SWAC that had like 50-some strikeouts. The numbers for strikeouts are up like a lot more than what we normally used to seeing.
I mean, they don't care about strikeouts no more. Not as much.
You might want to care if you want to play.
It's true. It's true.
Man.
If you striking out in can't situation to hit, what do I want to do with you? Striking out,
Carl-
you're not even moving the ball. You're not even putting it in play to give us a chance. What can I do with you? I want to wait every 10
Stanton.
at bats, 13 at bats. No, I don't want that.
Carlos Stanton making 40 a year doing it.
I ain't even thinking about him. I'm just thinking about from the standpoint of a kid that I recruit to come in to play for me. If I'm sitting there and it's a runner on third base or a runner at second base in scoring position in general, and every time you come up, you hitting a pop-up. Or you striking out? What am I gonna do with you? At the end of the year in your meeting, either you're gonna make an adjustment to stay in the lineup, or you coming out. And if you continue to do that, we're gonna have a meeting at the end of the year, and I'm gonna help you find somewhere else to go because you can't That ain't gonna work yet. I'm sorry.
Man, shoot, turn him into all-time pitch runner, man.
I don't need you either. You need to be producing. I don't need no all-time pinch runner. I'm sorry. It may sound harsh, but I'm being.
Yeah, just being honest, man. This Division I baseball, man.
Hey man, you need to be you getting a scholarship. What are you doing?
I'm striking out,
Like for
boss.
real? Like, huh?
You say I'm striking out, boss.
No way. I can't, man. Man. All right. So we're gonna transition to a little MEAC action, boss.
Hey
In the
man.
MEAC, this year, Trey Page of Delaware State. He was the player of the year in the MEAC, and he also won the Triple Crown. He led the league in batting average with 412. He had 13 home runs, and he also led the league in 43 home runs. So congratulations to Mr. Page.
Congratulations. Who called in when we did our predictions, man? Who? I think that was Slim. Slim and you, wasn't it?
I think a couple has picked him.
Yeah.
Then we have Edward Waters University, who won the 2022 Tyson Foods Black College World Series Championship. They defeated Kentucky State 3-2 to win the title. They came from out of the losers bracket to win the tournament, fellas.
All right.
Man, well, I told you about them Jacksonville boys, man. So they had to be watched out, man. The way they pulled that upset against Savannah State, I was like, hold up, man.
Now with Edward Waters Savannah State wasn't the only SIAC team that they beat in a conference weekend. They played about 5 series against SIAC teams. And they won. They had a winning record against those teams in the series. They won, I want to say 3 of the 5 or 4 of the 6 that they played. They may play 5 or 6, but I know they won more of those series. And them transitioning to the SIAC next year as a full member baseball wise, it makes that conference even deeper.
Yeah, it's true.
You know, it makes the SIAC even deeper now. So I'm excited for next season with the SIAC, seeing if Savannah State can continue doing what they did, if Albany State and Miles can build on their seasons, and you never know what's going to happen with a new staff coming in at Spring Hill in the SIAC. So it's interesting, man. And Coppin State was the MEAC champions this year. They defeated the top-ranked Delaware State Hornets 18-12 in the championship game, and this is their first league title since 1995. Fellas, they scored 9 runs in the 9th inning. In the top.
They wanted that, man. They wanted it.
Man,
mind you, Delaware State beats them early in the day in the first championship game to force game 2. They had a complete game from their pitcher in that game, which forced the second game, and it was a back and forth game, and then Coppin just goes off in the top of the 9th, and they win it. So they get an automatic bid for the MEAC. Hopefully the MEAC can get some more schools in so they can keep their automatic bid as a conference, because you hate to see young men play a season and not, be able to get to the tournament for winning the NCAA tournament. That go, experience a region. Because they don't have enough teams to compete. So I hope the MEAC figures that out quick, because they have some great talent over there, man. Trey Page is over there. With Castillo. You got the big clothes from Delaware State. You got Hamburg. Like, they got some players over there, man. So they need to find some kind of way to get some more baseball teams. I hate to see the other teams. North Carolina Central doesn't play baseball anymore. That could be a whole nother conversation, man.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So the final results of our season pick'ems.
What? Man,
Slim
I feel.
Marshall. Slim
Yeah,
Marshall wins it by 1 game over Watts.
that's cool, man. I took my hat to Slim. He all right. He cheated probably one weekend, piggybacking off of my picks, but it's cool.
Man,
He ain't
Slim
hit
done
it.
been here before. Slim got a great sports almanac.
Yeah, man. I told you been back to the future, man.
I don't know, man. If it would been just straight pick, I'm getting Slim advice and I'm making picks. But
Yeah.
on the number, nah. So nah. What we came here for, fellas? Opening round Wednesday. SWAC T. These are your potential pitching matchups to open the tournament.
Man,
These are your potential matchups to open the tournament.
That game 2 gonna be hard.
it is, man.
Fellas, you can't overlook game 1.
Yo,
You can't overlook either game. Every team's going with they if these matchups hold true. If these matchups hold true, fellas, if it holds true, we could potentially have some. Southern is the 1 seed from the West. Jack State's the 4 from the East.
They very beatable.
Every team has a chance. Every team has a chance.
Dang, Castilla going against Poole?
Hey, man. It's tournament time now. Everything you thought we knew about these teams, man, what a garbage can.
Yeah.
Put it in the trash. Nothing matters until 9 o'clock, May 25th. What you think, fellas?
Man, I'm gonna be streaming.
Well, all the games are gonna be on the SWAC Digital Network YouTube page, except for the championship game on Sunday.
Is that gonna be played on ESPN?
It's gonna be on ESP. It's gonna be streamed on ESPN3 and ESPN Plus.
Okay.
Yeah. So watch. Watch. So I'm looking here, like you said, game 2 with Page and Lipton. But for game 1 with Vets and Maldonado, both of those guys are legit, Thomas.
Yeah, and both of those teams coming in the tournament crawling too.
That don't matter. That's out the window.
Team of inconsistency.
What is everybody's record on Monday? I'm gonna say on Wednesday. What's everybody's record on Wednesday?
Oh, 0-0.
Oh no.
Everybody's record Wednesday is 0-0.
Mm-hmm.
Everything up until this point was about getting here.
That's crazy, man.
Now it's about, hey, man, let's take it a game at a time. First of all, let's take it inning by inning because you can't start looking ahead. So you take it inning by inning, and hey, you go.
It's true.
Like in either game, either starting pitcher could legitimately come out there and just straight shove it up the other team's butt. And I'm talking about just shut them down.
Right.
I'm talking about just come out and just straight shove it. Either guy for either team. It's very possible. And I'm glad to see the season played out because I wanted to see how the addition of Fam and Bethune coming in, because it would normally be some teams creeping into the tournament that would have some crazy conference record. And because it had to be 4 teams, it would be some team that had no business being there. I hate to say that, but it was the truth. But now with more teams, now it kind of thins that
trim
out.
the fat out. Yeah,
trim it out. And if you look at the conference standings this year, it did that. It trimmed it out. Everybody that's in the tournament has a winning record in conference. That wasn't always the case. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, this
In
probably
the
about
West,
the most even matchup SWAC T we've seen in a while, man.
now, and I just hate to say it, but in the West, the top 4 beat up on the bottom 2, and then they beat up on each other.
right.
You know, that was just the nature of that over there on the Western side. But I love the addition of Fam and Bethune to the conference. I like to see more cross division. Honestly, if I was them, well, with how many teams we got? 12 teams.
Yep.
Get rid of the conference. Everybody play one time. Get rid of divisions. Everybody play one time. Top 8 go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree on that.
Think about it. Think about what they already doing.
So would
But
they do just alternate years on home and away?
Yeah, but I know what they're gonna say. It's gonna always be the travel for the Florida and the Texas schools. If it's a 14-hour bus ride from Bethune to Jackson, add another 10 of that to Houston from Jackson or 6 or whatever it is. They gonna always say it's gonna be about the travel. That's why they not gonna do the get rid of that. But I would love to see Texas Southern and Bethune play in the regular season. Fam play against Prairie View in the regular season.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? But I know it's gonna be some pertaining to the finances with that. But think about it. They get rid of divisions. It's 12 teams. You play 11 weekends. That's 33 conference games. You played 30 this year. That's just one extra weekend. Hey man, it's an idea. Who knows?
Yeah. That's even if they just meet halfway and just play at neutral grounds or something. But you're right. They need to play each other.
Because Fam and PV going into the tournament blind. They hadn't seen each other.
Nope.
Bethune and Grambling, they going in blind. They hadn't seen each other. Jackson State and Southern has familiarity. I'm sure. Well, Alabama State hadn't played Texas Southern. Like, get rid of the divisions. Everybody play everybody. Or you just say Texas Southern. I don't know. They can figure it out. That way, you keep all of your rivalries. You still play you still get your Jackson State Southern. You still get your Jackson State Grambling. You still get Jackson State Alcorn. You know, you still get Jackson State. I'm gonna say Grambling Southern, Prairie View, Texas Southern, Alabama State. You still get all your rivalries.
Mm-hmm.
You keep your rivalries, and hey, now, okay, instead of me playing you twice in 2-3 games, instead of you playing you 6 times, we play you 3 times, and we play everybody. I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm. Well, you speaking the truth though. They got to expand the format.
Man, you know they ain't gonna do nothing, man. They ain't done none of that.
And here's the bracket for the rest of boy, you crazy. And here's the bracket for the rest of the tournament. I thought I had the bracket.
It would make it interesting though, man. But you know them.
It would.
Man.
Hey man. Like you said, we know. I thought I had to bracket up, but the doggone page went back on his own. I know I have it on there. I had to close something out. Come on. Let me stop sharing screen till it come up then. It tripped. I had to. Nah. I done had it. Hey, y'all gonna laugh at me, right? I had got my hands on the bracket last week, but the times was wrong,
Oh
so I couldn't
man.
put it out. So the SWAC had the wrong times on it. They was out there on that Jackson State thing with the football schedule, putting the wrong one out, seeing who was gonna be out there quick to put it out. We got
Man. Can I ask can I just get a request? Whoever's over the Jackson State, social media, whenever they put up a story about Jackson State baseball, they just got baseball beat such and such instead of saying Jackson State baseball plays or Jackson State baseball did this or did that. They just got the word baseball. You seen it though on the post?
Man, you asking for a lot from them. All right, so here's bracket.
I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying.
Yeah. So the tournament is gonna be held May 25th through the 29th at Regents Field in Birmingham, Alabama. We have bracket A here. Can y'all see that good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so bracket A here is we have FAMU, Prairie View, Southern, and Jackson State in bracket A.
That's gonna be tough, man.
Yep. So
that
the
bottom
winner of
bracket gonna
bracket,
be tough too.
right? So the winner of bracket A will play the winner of bracket B that has Grambling,
That's
Bethune,
tough, boy.
Alabama State, and Texas Southern,
Wow.
which is still a tough bracket.
That's tough. That's tough. That's
And
tough.
the championship game will be streamed on ESPN3. So, fellas, I'm just looking at this potential matchup that you could possibly have here with in the winners bracket for bracket B. You could potentially have Grambling versus Alabama State or Texas Southern, or Bethune versus Alabama State or Texas Southern. Man.
Right, man.
That's
tough, man. That's tough.
Man, and we talking about in a one-game scenario, not a series.
Right. So, if you gonna pitch, you want your pitcher to get you at least 7. Give me at least 7.
So in bracket A, you could potentially have FAM versus Southern or Jackson State, or Prairie View versus Southern or Jackson State. Still,
man, Prairie View was at the top of the division most of the season.
Fellas, these brackets are wide open for anybody to win it. Like, these matchups in a one-game scenario, guys, really, like, I could see a scenario right here just looking at this. Well, Alabama State and Grambling could be meeting up in game 2 in the winners bracket of bracket B, right?
Right.
The team that wins that game is sitting in a pretty good position because they probably have to lose 2 games to the team coming out of the losers bracket. So now I can almost pretty much reset my lineup.
Your lineup, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Depending on, I'm gonna say my staff, depending on how many pitches guys have thrown. You get what I'm saying?
Day 3 is gonna be interesting.
Actually, shoot, day 2.
I mean, every game is gonna be interesting, but I mean,
right.
you gonna want to see how they're gonna, like, after 2 days rest, are they gonna come right back out with the big dog?
It's true.
I don't. Yeah, this. Just looking at that bracket, man, the way they're set up, it's wide open for any team to go in there. And if they get their pitching good, they defense solid, and you take advantage of the opportunities when you have runners in scoring position and some timely hitting, and you know it's gonna always be some dude that ain't did nothing all year.
All season. That's true.
That's gonna be a SWAC T hero for somebody.
Right.
It's
I'm
gonna be
talking
a
about all
pitcher.
weekend.
It's gonna be a pitcher or some position player that's gonna get his opportunity, and he is about to be a SWAC tournament legend. Where
Yep.
he gonna leave his mark on the SWAC because of what he about to do in this tournament. It's gonna be somebody. Who is it gonna be? We don't know. What team is gonna come out of this thing as the champion? Man, that's gonna be hard to tell.
Yeah.
You know, everybody has a legitimate chance.
I mean, your answer who gonna win it can change after each day.
And it's true.
Like, our pitchers gonna be efficient. Like a guy can't afford to walk too many guys in the tournament. You can't give up freebies. Defense
Yeah.
can't give up. You can't make errors. And I'm not trying to put any more pressure on it, but the magnitude of every mistake, every walk is heightened in the tournament because hey, you have to win every game. You have to win. It's win in advance.
Yep.
Like that's just the truth of it. You can't get around it. You can't run from it. And the number one thing you can't do, you cannot look ahead. Only worry about the game that you playing at that moment.
Yep.
So
Yeah,
everybody
bro.
getting in on Tuesday night, or they come. Well, they gonna have to get in on Tuesday night because they got
Oh,
the game starting 9:00.
here's another thing, fellas. Let's talk about the SWAC T for a minute. It's some things with the SWAC T that I don't particularly like. It came to my knowledge that the teams can't even practice on the field before the game.
You see that you got to get your terrain, man. You got to understand the field you're playing on. You got to give them that, man. The warm up before the game ain't enough. You got to get that BP and stuff in.
Like,
You got you got to
like,
understand your terrain.
like not negotiating into the contract teams practicing on the field, like having the chance to work out on the field beforehand. That's crazy. Now I hope they go back and try to work something out to where it is allowed before the tournament, but you can't set your teams up to fail like that. That clearly shows that somebody in the SWAC office who don't know what's going on with baseball is out here just blind negotiating to say we just want access to be able to play. Like it's more than that comes with it. Now, if it's a situation where they're not allowing them on the field for some reason with the treatment of the playing surface or trying to preserve the playing surface throughout the tournament, that's one thing. But just to not even negotiate that or ask about that, that's crazy.
Now, do you think some teams are trying to find a high school to go take BP and stuff at?
You got to, man.
Of course, sure they have to, but now why
Yeah.
am I having to? Why now am I having to be inconvenienced to do that? I shouldn't have to do that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true.
I understand. Yeah, some coaches may have some connections in the area through recruiting or whatever connection they may have through the coaching tree, but I shouldn't have to find somewhere to practice to get a workout in for my team going into my conference tournament because my conference ain't figured out to let me get access to the field.
Yeah.
I can only take BP in the cages. What is this? What are we doing here? This ain't a perfect game tournament.
No. And sure, you got it exactly. You hit the nail on the head right there, bro. This ain't no
This
perfect
like
game tournament.
this like the 12U tournaments on the weekend. You can hit in the cage, and you can't go out onto the field to get pregame. And only go in the outfield for pregame. You can't get on the diamond. Like, come on. The players deserve better.
Yep.
The players deserve better.
And I don't know where it come from because you think about it when Fam and Gremlin played at Cool Raid, they had a whole day to go out there, each team go out there, get their infield, get their BP on it, and everything. At this point, you playing on a high caliber field, man. I know they got a field crew.
It's
So,
a double A facility, bro. The Birmingham
yeah.
Barons play their home games there.
See?
The second
Mm-mm.
thing, the SWAC tournament is in Birmingham at the same exact time at the SEC tournament.
Boy, that's finna be. Woo.
Birmingham making that money this weekend, this
Oh,
week.
yeah. They bring it in.
They there at the same time. Same time.
Call that good what's that city manager?
Yep. Yep. The event manager came through on that one.
Man, he had both tournaments same time. All baseball week.
Yeah. And they,
But
of course, you know, they have it where they always have it at Hoover Met, where they've had it for forever.
Yep.
Like, trying to compete with the SEC baseball tournament in Birmingham, in the Birmingham metropolitan area at this time of the year, that's like
why
somebody
they
going to
like Birmingham
Indianapolis.
so much anyway?
I think the SWAC office might be Birmingham. I don't know. I might be wrong.
Because I mean basketball's in Birmingham.
Yeah. Yeah. I think the SWAC office is. It's still in Birmingham.
Then they had
Yeah, because it used to be in Houston. Something like that in Texas. Then they moved it.
Then they had a SWAC football championship in Birmingham.
At one point they did.
At one point they did.
My thing is,
Where they had
let me
that
ask
this
you this
year?
question.
The last time we won.
Now it's on camp. Now it's on the team with the best record campus. So now my thing is, you got a double A park right there in Jackson that you could have played it in.
True.
Yeah.
Why hasn't it been in Pearl? Maybe the Braves
had.
Maybe the Braves had. Maybe the Braves might have been at home this weekend. I'm just asking, man. You know, put too much time for this is how we've always done it. We need to be smart and capitalize on all the sports. We can't afford to keep sitting around waiting on football and basketball to be the end all be all when it comes to making money. You know what I'm saying? Like the way the SWAC is treated baseball and the coverage this year on social media, man, we gave the team more coverage than the SWAC. Like, and I ain't trying to take no shots at the SWAC, but they don't do a good job. We will have our updates for the results a day or two before the SWAC. Come on, man. I'm working a 9 to 5, coaching football and raising a kid. Why am I beating you to this?
Right.
Exactly. It's your job, son.
Like, we got more man, let me stop. I ain't trying to create. I said when we started the platform, I wasn't gonna create no enemy, but I'm calling it out. Do a better job of giving the players and the coaches more coverage. Yeah. When last time you seen the SWAC interview a coach and one of the lead coaches and posted it on the SWAC digital media page? Let me know when. You want me to hold my breath?
I ain't seen none.
I'll pass out before y'all tell me.
Yep. They should have interviewed.
They got to do better.
Yeah.
And he one of the top pitchers in the country.
Yeah.
The man in the top 10 in the country in strikeouts, man. The SWAC ain't said nothing about nothing. Has the SWAC put? Maybe I missed it. They might have said something about what Texas Southern doing on the base pads. They might have said something. I seen Texas Southern school talk about it. I talk about the local media from Texas Southern talking about it.
Yeah.
SWAC got to do better.
It's special, man. It's been some special baseball this season. And the coverage got to improve.
Like if I'm you had like you said, you had a no-hitter over a group of 5 team. I would have publicized that. You had a coach get 500 wins in the league in his career. I would have publicized that. Had a kid throw a doggone perfect game. I'm
Perfect game.
publicizing that. I'm publicizing it.
Oh, you gonna publicize if a quarterback throwing 500 yards a game?
Right. And man, I don't know. They need to get some baseball people in the SWAC office that understand what's going on. They do.
Yep.
Like they do.
It's too special not to put a light on it, especially now that you got 2 baseball programs that just came into it. You got to improve it now, because these coaches, they go bring them ball players, and I got a strong sense. Fam and Bethune, they just started. These next couple of years in the SWAC is going to be very, very interesting to watch these teams develop.
Man,
coach philosophy, yeah.
Texas Southern just had 3-4 dudes commit over the weekend.
Yep.
Man, the SWAC incoming talent is about to be popping, bro. Valley got recruits coming in. Jackson State got dudes coming in. Southern got dudes coming in. Graham, I'm telling everybody, man. The only teams I hadn't seen a lot on their recruit is Pine Bluff. Hadn't seen a lot on their recruiting stuff. And them, I hadn't seen a lot about what they doing recruiting wise. And FAM.
Yep.
Everybody else that I've seen that's like publicizing their recruit, they bring in some good talent, man. And the league is only about to get better.
Yep.
Why are we waiting until the conference tournament to stream the baseball? Let me get off my rant.
Nah, you good though, man. You preaching though, man. You preaching because I mean it's true, man. This I really feel like, man, this baseball, the talent and the conference, like we said, it's equally matched. By the time it's so tight and close. I mean, ain't no gap like you'll see with football and nothing like that. This is tight, man. We don't even know who's gonna come out of this championship, and we've been covering them all season.
And then on top of that, man, you got several teams that's on the brink of winning 30 games. Jackson State need one more win to have 30 wins. Alabama State already won 30. Prairie View could possibly win 30. Like, I'm willing to bet baseball had more teams with a winning record on the whole season and whole than most sports.
Yep.
But the SWAC, if you don't follow it, you don't know.
You talking about they cover
it.
esports. I didn't even know SWAC had esports, but hey, they cover that too.
Yeah, they do. And think about this, fellas. With the schedule that Bethune played this year, non-conference, there are only 5 games under 500 on the season.
That's special. Bruh. So, like we said, they probably had the toughest schedule out of conference than a lot of teams.
They had a tougher non-conference schedule than some P5s, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And think they only finished 5 games on the season under 500. They go to show you the quality of a team that is. FAM plays some quality teams too. Excuse me. Like FAM schedule non-conference, they only 2 games under 500. You get what I'm saying?
You think about this. Bethune beat up on Stinson, and Stinson was able to knock down number 3 Miami. So you think about that, man.
And Stinson turned around and beat up on FAM too.
Yep.
Alabama State lost 2 midweek games that they led the entire game. Think about it.
Oh, they ain't happening again next year. Best believe that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, come on, man. Southern beat up on Lamar. Like, run Ruder at home. Arkansas Pine Bluff, no hits, doggone Memphis. Come on, man.
Right.
Come on, bro. Come on now.
And that's tough because you got to think about Arkansas Pine Bluff ain't even the top pitching staff in the SWAC. But at the same time, they was able to knock down a baseball program like Memphis, though. You know,
right. And Valley started off hot this year, very competitive. They fizzled out a little bit at the end, but they showed improvement. The only team that really Arkansas Pine Bluff showed spurts early. Don't know what happened over there with them. Alcorn, they just never really got going. Hopefully they back more competitive. You know, if Alcorn get rolling over in the West, it's gonna force Pine Bluff to have to do something.
Of course.
You know, because now with two teams being left out on both sides of the tournament, you don't want to have that go into recruiting and saying, man, we ain't make our conference tournament. You know what I'm saying? So now you want to be in that 8. You know? What you think, Black?
Man, Pine Bluff is an acquired taste, though, man. Just to be honest. Okay, so it's, you know, you gotta. I don't know what to do to improve it, man. Like I said, I don't know what they can possibly do. I don't know what they can possibly. I mean, it's cool. Everybody, let's just say that if they can get it, if the conference people can get it together and recognize what the conference looks like right now, and get out in front of it, I think they can step the whole conference up to another level. Like, I mean, they can, I think we can get more people to watch the sport. Like, I know we watch it, we're going to stream it. I know we're going to do it. But can we get more people, non-traditional people, to watch it? How can we get that?
You got to market it. If you don't even market it, you ain't giving yourself a chance.
It's true.
Bro, like, real talk. The SWAC ain't even in loop. I'm gonna tell you how ingrained a former SWAC player is with dudes that's coming into the SWAC. You got a kid that's committed to Texas Southern. I want to say his name is Noah Grayson. The kid get pitching lessons from Marvin Freeman. Same Marvin Freeman that played baseball at Jackson State, right?
Yep.
So you got an old head SWAC dude connecting with a new SWAC dude, and I'm pretty sure Freeman is connected to a lot of dudes throughout the SWAC. Why ain't the SWAC reached out to that man to kind of say, hey, man, here's Marvin Freeman. He pitched in for the Braves, pitched for the Rockies. He went to Jackson State.
Yep.
Hey, we got Marquise Grissom.
Right.
Yep.
He went to
Marquise Grissom. Yep.
Like, why you ain't reaching out? Why you ain't reaching out to these dudes? Although when he was at FAM, it was in the MEAC. They like, come on, man.
Yep.
Like I said, I don't know. Maybe they'll eventually get it, man. But it's like beating a dead horse, man. We're going to say this every year, man.
Oh,
but we see it, though. We know. Maybe somebody listen to us and maybe do something or put something together. Or it might be, maybe we need to make the connection.
Do something.
Maybe we need to be the catalyst.
You got a point, bro.
Yeah.
You got a point. So we gonna keep covering it, man. But I'm just like the SWAC in a lot more, they reaches a lot bigger than ours. Like, come on, bro. But enough about that, man. I got something for y'all, and I think y'all gonna like this. Did you know?
Oh.
Did you know? Did you know? Did you know? No.
Oh, man.
All right. First
Every
up.
coach?
Every single coach, all the way back to Coach Emery Lee. I want to say Mr. Lee and Mr. Coach Hines. Yeah, them dudes that got the highest winning percentage in Division II baseball history. Yeah, them dudes. Yeah. Every head coach for Southern University has won at least one SWAC championship.
Man, don't start talking about that.
I'm serious. Me and Slim researched that and found that one night. Every coach has won at least one SWAC championship.
Man, you know we talked about that earlier.
I know we talked about it earlier, man. But hey, man, y'all know I'm gonna go find the historical data, man.
Yeah.
All right. Tuskegee, at this time, Tuskegee was known as the Tuskegee Institute. From 1979 to 1989, 11 seasons. They won 10 conference championships, and they won 9 of them in a row. They were kicking some butt. And our last, did you know? We had Jordan Daly of Bethune-Cookman when they were in the MEAC. He set the single season ERA mark in 2013 with a 1.14 ERA.
Yeah,
He also has the career mark of 232. Fellas, what are your thoughts? Now, this 114, that is absolutely dealing.
That was in 2013. What
Yeah, I need to go back and see how many innings he pitched that year. Matter of fact, let's look
that's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking. How many innings, man? But he was dealing, man.
Yeah, let's look that up. How many innings did he pitch that year?
Yeah, because you talking about hitting spots, man. He was hitting more than spots, man. Them guys couldn't see the ball was coming out of his hand.
Oh, man, that ain't coming up.
Did he go on? Did he do anything afterwards?
Yeah.
I can figure it. I can find out. But why folks always want to start texting when we filming?
That's why I only pick up the phone, dog. Oh.
Right. So let's find this. Oh, Jordan Daly was the closer.
He was a closer? Oh, wow. Okay.
From the article that I'm seeing here on the Daytona Beach News Journal, Jordan Daly was the closer. He played for Coach Jason Beverly. Other coaches. He had, at the time, he was the career leader for saves with 30 and pitching appearances with 110 after he left.
Golly. Thirty saves, man. That night right there.
Yeah, that's. Ooh.
Yeah, that's.
But yeah.
That's a guy right there you won't see come out the bullpen right there.
Yeah. So yeah, he was the closer.
Yeah.
That's impressive, man. Yeah. So, fellas, I said I wasn't gonna do this, but we got to. Who you going with for the tournament? Who you pick?
Well, my heart say Jack State.
Yeah, my heart do.
But my real side is saying that I can see Grambling and Alabama State outside of Jackson State.
I feel you. This is a good pick.
I went with Alabama State for that was my preseason pick of the year. I'm still gonna stick to it. But it's like I said, my heart is always Jackson State. But I can see Gremlin going on a run if the bats stay hot behind Shamar.
I agree.
Remember, somebody other than Shamar got to take the mound in game 2 and 3.
And that's when the bats got to come through, though. That's when the bats gonna come through.
I go with the pitcher in the tournament over the bats.
I understand. Well, who you going with for then?
Is that even a question?
Okay. Outside of your heart. Outside of your
No,
heart.
I'm going on from what I'm seeing on who playing well. They playing good.
I know, man.
Like,
but you know that's gonna be the obvious pick. This is just for the show, man.
Okay, I
for
give my
argument's
show.
Sake.
Okay, of course, everybody know I want Jackson State to win the tournament.
Right, we know that. Yeah.
My show pick.
You can't even see it.
Bethune gets by Page. Bethune.
I agree. I'm with you too, Ralph. I'm thinking Bethune. It's Bethune or Grambling. My heart would say Jackson State.
Because I'm gonna tell you, them two jokers behind Lithrop.
Yeah.
They got the right mix of the type of offense, but then again, I don't know what Texas Southern pitching gonna do. I don't. I'm just being honest. Texas Southern gonna do something. They offensively, yeah. Grambling offensively, yeah. But what are you gonna get behind Page? And then another thing, Grambling live on with the gloves too, you know.
Yeah,
they could come back and hit you, hit you the wrong way in the tournament.
It's true.
But everybody got a chance. Fam got a chance. Fam got two guys at the top of their staff. Alabama State, this man. Southern is playing great baseball right now. Jackson State playing great baseball. You got probably the two hottest teams in the league right now.
Coming out the gate.
That's meeting head up. Really the same thing you could say with Bethune and Grambling. Two hot teams right now meeting up.
It's almost like a crash course, man. Who's gonna come out?
We shall see.
Huh?
Yeah, this is gonna be
we come back on next week.
Next week. Bro, I'm trying to come back on Wednesday. Man,
it's my daughter's birthday. She ain't gonna want to hear none of that you talking about.
Go celebrate, baby girl. But we got to talk about them opening round games.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about them. Man.
We got to talk about them opening round games.
Yeah,
you gonna live stream? You gonna try to live stream?
Yeah, we're gonna do a special report.
We got to talk about that.
What game y'all gonna try to do on Wednesday? What game?
Well, on Wednesday, I still got to go to work. Well,
y'all out of school? Y'all ain't out of school yet?
Well, we still got to do our end of the year stuff to close out.
Oh, okay.
So I got to see how long I have to be there. Let's see. Let me look at something real quick, fellas.
All right.
I'm starting to get the stink eye look at me too, so
I got you. Got you 2 minutes. 2 minutes.
Say, wrap it up, B.
This minute.
Sharon told one time, hey, I'm tired.
I got you. All right. So we just gonna recap the matchups. in the first for the first day with the 9 o'clock game. Boy, that's a barn burner right there to get them play a 9 o'clock game, boy.
Mhm.
You got Texas Southern, not Texas Southern. I'm sorry. You have FAMU and Prairie View at 9 o'clock Wednesday. That's game one. Then game two, Grambling and Bethune. Then you have game three, Southern and Jackson State. That's at 3 p.m. And Texas Southern State is at 6. So more than likely, it'll probably be the two later games that are probably going to be the games that we live stream.
All right.
If we get on during that time. But yeah, man, that 9 o'clock game, whoo-wee, boy.
Right. Them boys probably ain't played a 9 o'clock game since they Pee Wee and
T-ball.
Little League. Yeah.
Now, depending on some of them summer teams they play on, depending on how far they out of playing travel ball. Some of them they play 9 o'clock game.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
All right, well. Oh, watch. Who did you take your pick for the champ?
Oh, Bethune?
Okay. Yeah, that's our show pick, but you know, my heart is always
Yeah, my
the
heart.
Irae.
Yeah.
Right. Let's go.
Let's go, Tigers. How about them? Go Tigers.
Go Tigers.
Right.
Go Tigers. Right.
Let's do it for Lil Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lil Joe.
We gotta
Old
end on
school.
that, bro.
Jackson State, baby.
We gotta end on that right there, bro.
Yeah.
JSU.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Man, shout out to Lil Joe, man.
Yes. You love, baby.
Baby. Hey, man, I'm hollering at y'all tonight, man.
All right, man.
All right,
Yeah, take it easy.
All right, yo, man. Y'all take it
Boys
easy.
on the hill. We out.
All right, yo.
Lil Joe.
I had to pull his picture up.
Hey, that's a legend, man. I don't know about Lil Joe, man.
Next
see
broadcast,
y'all,
don't have to. Next broadcast, pull me and Lil Joe picture up that we took on the yard at homecoming together.
Yeah, man, Lil Joe.
Yep.
All right, man.
Man.
All right, yeah.